Hello VC, Midge here, a guy in a hat who loves to talk about records, and this is my contractually obligated Record Store Day 25 video. I've been watching a lot of these Record Store Day videos during the week, and I've left mine a while, and I thought, does YouTube and the world really need another Record Store Day video? And I thought, yeah, they do, they need mine. So this is my video about Record Store Day. I must start by saying that I didn't actually take any footage of Record Store Day on the actual day, but I don't want anybody saying that my channel sells you short and you don't get a flavour of what Record Store Day was like on the day. So in that vein, here's a picture of a big queue. Here's a picture of everybody trying to get the Wicked soundtrack the minute the doors opened. This is a picture of my wife when she realised how much Record Store Day had cost her. And this is a picture of my bank balance after it. So I think you can all agree that that's a good indication of your normal Record Store Day, so you've not lost out there. And also, I'm not a big fan of showing records without knowing what they sound like. So I'm not really, I'd rather listen to everything and then give you a flavour of what it's about. But for this one, I'm just going to show you what I picked up on the day, and I know roughly a bit about each, so I'm sure I'll review them properly over time. So I'll just show you what I actually picked up on the day. Record Store Day has a lot of criticism. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but to be honest with you, I've always loved it. It's like Christmas for me. I love it when the list comes out. I love going down the list and seeing what I want. It's like Record Store Day Christmas. It's brilliant for me. I love it. The thrill of trying to get what you want, talking to other people on the day, the build up, things like that. I love things like that. So I always love Record Store Day. But to be honest with you, the last couple of years, there's not been a lot that's really tickled my fancy, to be honest. I'm not one that goes for the sort of like the big releases or anything like that. I tend to go for more of the obscure reissue type things. So with that in mind, there was a lot on the list this year for me that I really fancied. Unfortunately, I got them all but a couple, and I ruled out a couple because they were edging towards £40, and I just thought it was a ridiculous price. So hopefully they'll turn up some point in the sales. If they don't, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. So these are the records I picked up on Record Store Day. I'm just going to tell you what I know about them. First off, National Health self-titled album from 1978. I've seen second-hand copies of this over the years, but I've never picked one up. This is a Charlie reissue. It's half-speed mastered. I don't really go in for things like that. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me. I know what it is, but, I'm not really big on this, mastered by Kevin Gray on the thighs of a virgin in the Congo. I'm not really bothered about that sort of thing. So I love the Canterbury scene type bands, and this is one I've never picked up. I know a lot of the musicians involved. You've got Dave Stewart of Egg, and he was in Uriel and Khan, and loads of bands. Phil Miller, the guitarist, Pit Pile, the drummer. They've all been in loads of other different bands, the Gilgamesh and things like that, Caravan. So I know I've never heard it, but I know this is going to be right up my alley. So that's one I fancied and managed to pick up. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. The next one is one I've never heard again, but I've seen it. It was originally released on CBS in the 70s, and this is 1970. And this is a vinyl reissue of the Rock Workshop album. It's got lots of jazz musicians on it. Ray Russell, Harry Beckett, Bob Downs, who you would never shout his name at because he always used to crouch. And Alex Harvey is apparently the vocalist and guitarist on here before he joined the sensational Alex Harvey band. I think it's mainly jazz rock, so again, looking forward to listening to that. The next one is Psychedelia from 1968. It's the Golden Dawn's Power Plant, an album I've always meant to pick up and never got round to doing it. I think it was on the International Artist label. Yeah, on the International Artist label originally. So it's bound to be sort of weird shit type psychedelia, hopefully. So again, it's half-speed mastered by the pundit Andy Gray or something like that. So yeah, looking forward to that. Lost gem of psychedelic rock, faithfully reduced from the original stereo mix. So there you go. Next, it's a bit of prog rock. I love a bit of prog rock. And this is Nectar's Remember the Future. Nice reissue here, gatefold vinyl. It's a new stereo mix, 50th anniversary stereo mix, cut at Abbey Road Studios. And 2 extended pieces by the look of it. I've got a Nectar album. I can't remember what it's called now, but I really enjoyed that. So I'm looking forward to listening to this one. So also, this reissue was cheaper than picking up a second-hand copy. So win-win. Next up, I'm not sure what this is, but I was intrigued by the sleeve, and it's Positive Express, and it's Changing Times. Look at that sleeve's cool, and look at that mirrorboard sleeve, cool. And the reason why it intrigued me, it's on Sylvia Robinson's label, who went on to form Sugar Hill Records. So I'm not sure, this might be a bit of electro. It's from the 80s, 82, so it might be a bit of soul, funk and electro. So again, I know nothing about it, but I'm looking forward to hearing it. And it's on glitter vinyl. So I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but in the grooves, it's got glitter in the grooves. And, you know, you always want a bit of glitter in your grooves, don't you? And yeah, Positive Express, looking forward to listening to that one. Next up, we've got Gloria Jones, Vixen. Gloria Jones, this album was released in '76 on EMI, and it intrigued me. I've not heard it, but it's got a very, you know, evil looking cat. I think it's a cat on the cover, not looking very happy. But Gloria Jones was obviously Mark Bolan's girlfriend, and they worked together on this album, and Mark Bolan co-produced it and co-wrote a lot of the songs on it. So again, not heard it. I've heard her version of Tainted Love, which is she re-recorded it for this album. But I'm really looking forward to listening to that, because I'm a big Mark Bolan fan, and this was the album that they made together before the car crash where he died. So looking forward to hearing that. And lastly, the biggest thing for me on the day, which you're all going to pull faces at and think, what's he on about, is a reissue of Lou Reed's Metal Machine music. Yes, I'm not mad. I like a lot of soundscapes and I like a lot of weird shit. So I've been after this album for ages and ages. I've been after an original copy, and you used to, when I first started collecting records, you used to see it all the time in bargain bins or reduced and stuff. But nowadays, you never seem to see it at all. When you do see it, it seems to be crazy prices. I think it's had a bit of a renaissance in the last few years, and people have started to sort of not cite it as a masterpiece, but like people are into noise rock and things like that are starting to seek out copies of it. And when they said they were issuing it on it's like a 50th anniversary edition. I don't know if you can see, there's a silhouette of Lou Reed on the cover from the original. It's not as detailed as they said in the adverts for it, so I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if you can see it. He's on the back. Double album reissue on grey vinyl. The greatest record ever made in the history of the human eardrum. Lester Bangs there for you. I'm not sure many people's eardrums survived listening to it, but yeah, I like weird shit like this. So yeah, I was really happy to get a copy of this, and I like the different sleeve and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to hearing that. So that's all my record store day pickups, and I just wanted to give a shout out to the mighty Bear Tree Records, best record shop in Sheffield, where I got all my stuff from. Great store, great staff, love it, and I only had to go there. I didn't have to search around anywhere else. So thanks, Bear Tree. And yeah, that's my record store day purchases. I want to make another video at the weekend, because I've been doing a lot of accidentally going around a lot of record shops recently, and I've been to a gig and I want to talk about that. So I just thought I'd get this record store day video done and out of the way. So I've ticked the box. I'm not going to get kicked out of the VC. and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you soon for another video. Reach out.